Hi, welcome to your 20-minute pranayama practice. My name's Elisa. If we haven't met before, it's lovely to have you here. This practice is going to be a brief kind of beginner's style offering into pranayama. I spoke to a few of you in regards to the 40-minute practice that I posted, and I think this one might be a little bit more accessible for everyone. So this practice is safe for everyone, so please feel free to share. To arrive to the space, we're just going to take a few moments with the eyes closed or soft. So wherever you are, the practice is seated, so I'm sitting up on a block and a folded blanket for a little extra comfort. So you can choose how you'd like to begin the practice. If you prefer to sit in a chair, you're welcome to do that. But I will invite you to stay seated upright for this one. So I'll give you a moment to kind of fidget, move around however you need to find comfort. And when you have found your seat, just taking a moment to maybe soften the gaze if it's not yet comfortable to close down the eyes, or close down the eyes completely. Sighing if you need to as you begin to regather all of your awareness, almost in a way of reclaiming all of your energy, all of your power, back to your body, back to the shape that you're making in the room. And you might find it useful to maybe outline the edges of your body, just gaining a deeper understanding of the amount of space that you take up. And perhaps here, you begin to notice how you're feeling. Maybe it's bringing awareness to a certain area of the body. You notice sensation, or as you begin to soften into the present moment, maybe you notice a general tone or baseline of how you are, an emotion or an attitude, just a general understanding. As you continue to settle into your physical body, I'd like to take the time to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land from which I'm sitting on, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. And I'd like to pay my respects and acknowledgement to their elders, past, present, and emerging. I'd like to take this time to express gratitude and respect to the ancestors of this practice of pranayama. And give thanks to those yogis that have cultivated these practices that we are able to share with one another, to learn and benefit from. In this practice, in a nutshell, when we sit to practice pranayama, we are exploring an expansion or a freeing of the breath of our vital life force. So prana meaning this vitality, this animating force that's within us, and ayama meaning expansion or liberation. So these practices I have found personally to be very useful, especially during this time, as a way to provide balance and nourishing to the nervous system, and to also provide the opportunity to kind of re-arrive in presence. And there are so many ways of doing that, but this is such a powerful practice I have found to offer that balance, offer that presence within. So we will start with Samavriti, which is even part breath. And you may have practiced this one before. We will start, my offering is for the count of 5 for the length of the breath. With that said, if your breath is shorter or longer by nature, please know you can choose any number that suits you. But just as a starting point, we'll start with the number 5. So arriving and taking pride in your seat. So taking a moment to really allow this buoyancy through the top half of the body, letting the crown of the head be carried towards the sky. As you find the bottom rib and hug it in ever so slightly, providing support for the lower back as you draw the navel in gently. Allowing this spaciousness through the center column, the Sushumna Nadi, this channel through the center of the body. As we play around with prana, with this energy, just making sure that the breath, of course, is our priority. And Samavritti is simply inhaling for the same amount of time as the exhale. And so whenever you're ready, taking a natural breath in for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a gentle pause. And we'll exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again like this, inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continuing like this, your own pace, your own count. If you feel that counting for a longer amount of time is more useful or less is more useful, I am giving you that agency to choose what suits the length of your breath. So you offer the body samavritti, this even part breath. Allowing the eyebrows to be soft, the muscles of the face to be soft as you just follow the count of your in-breath and the count of your out-breath. While you continue to participate in this practice, making sure that the spine remains nice and tall. Offering this even part breath as a way to be present in this moment. Each count an opportunity to notice, to experience both the in-breath and the out-breath. And continue this way for 2 more cycles of breath. Whenever you're ready, softening away from your counting and coming to find an Ujjayi breath. If you are new to Ujjayi breath, this is a gentle restriction of the glottis or the back of the throat on both the in and the out breath. And just almost as if you were sucking air in through a straw. Not restricting too much, but allowing this gentle sound, almost as if you're fogging up your mirror or window, or the sound of the inside of a shell when you put your ear up to it, almost like a distant sound of the ocean. And practicing your Ujjayi breath, this victorious breath. And said, each time you come back to focus on this breath, it's like a little victory. Feeling that restriction Gentle shing sound of the back of the throat. So you notice how you feel after that even part breath. Maybe you bring more awareness to your posture, lengthening, making space for the breath, softening where you need to. So you draw the chin towards the throat ever so slightly, offering a lengthening through the back of the neck. The next pranayama I'd like to invite you to practice is a box breath. So again, it is experiencing these even part breaths, and then we're going to add an even part retention as well. So we offer these retentions in our breathing to experience boundaries, to experience setting kind of discipline or rules for ourselves, and just exploring and experiencing how you feel if there is a response or a reaction to these boundaries. So the box breath is essentially creating a box. I like to think, at least that's what I kind of visualize when I practice this. You can be free to decide for yourself how you'd like to. But we'll start with the count of 4. And again, you're free to elongate or shorten according to how you are today. But you take an in-breath in for the count of 4. And then you pause and hold the breath for the count of 4. And then you exhale for the count of 4. And then you hold the breath out of the body for the count of 4. Then you'll inhale for the count of 4, and so on. So I'll guide you through the first couple of rounds, and then we'll sit together and practice. So wherever you are, finding your tall spine. And we'll begin by just taking a clearing breath in and out. So inhaling through the nose together. And exhaling out the mouth if you'd like. And we'll begin by inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, holding at the top of your in-breath, 2, 3, 4, exhaling, 2, 3, 4, holding here, 2, 3, 4, inhaling, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. And continuing this box breath, even parts, in and out, and holding in between. Your own way of being. Focusing on your breath, softening where you can. Noticing how you feel, if there is any response or reaction to maneuvering the breath in this way within a structure or boundary. And whenever you're ready, you can soften away from counting from the practice. As you come back to your natural movement of breath, and perhaps coming back to your ujjayi breath, that gentle restriction through the back of the throat as you breathe in and out through the nose. this gentle sound of the ocean. Little victories, noticing how this practice has made you feel. If there's been a shift or movement of energy, taking notice. And of course, there is no right or wrong way to feel, to be. This is your own experience. And you are just observing, being a part of this present moment here. Taking our final practice together, the shh breath. And by offering the sound shh to the exhalation, we are experiencing the length of the entire exhalation really consciously. And I find that through using this practice, I'm able to offer a more thorough and full cycle of breath afterwards. So once you empty the body completely of that breath, you might notice this flowering, this very natural expansiveness on the in-breath. You might not, but this is just another way to be in relationship with your own way of breathing. You might even find making the sound to be nourishing for your nervous system. So we'll close and finish our time together with 6 rounds of this shh breath. So it sounds like this. You inhale through the nose. So shing someone as if you are telling them to be quiet, but following that breath all the way to the bottom till the belly draws in and you really empty the body fully of the breath. So when you're ready, you can keep your eyes opened or closed. Find your tall spine. We'll inhale for 6 rounds, and I'll let you know when we're on our final round. Inhaling to begin. Final round here. Coming back to your own rhythm and cycle of breath here. Option to introduce your ujjayi breath again. Totally up to you. Just examining how you feel here as you watch this natural rise and fall of your physical body. Simply present in this moment, breath by breath. Notice how you feel. The invitation is to sit here in meditation for as long as you would like. And if you'd like to close our time together with me, you can bring your right and left palm to touch in front of the center of your chest, resting your thumbs on your sternum. This gesture of gratitude, of humility. And here I invite you to acknowledge 3 things you are grateful for today. And bowing towards the space of your heart and all the way towards the earth to seal in your practice. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. It's so lovely to have you here. Please, as always, if you have questions or want to reach out to have a chat, you can always contact me. I'm here for you. Otherwise, until next time, thank you.